And I recognize the gentleman from Guam, Mr. Moylan.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you to our distinguished witnesses, Ms. McDowell, Secretary Hegseth, and General Kane for your service and appearing before us today. Secretary Hegseth, I also want to thank you for visiting Guam, and it's great to see you once again, sir. Thank you very much. I appreciate your keeping an eye on the Pacific Deterrence Initiative, sir, and wanting to make sure that our construction, our readiness projects on Guam stay on time and on budget. Considering the complexity of working in our isolated territory, of course, with workforce constraints and logistical constraints as well, tell us about the mechanisms that you have in place to ensure we maintain our time and budget on the Pacific Deterrence Initiative, sir.
Well, thank you for the question, sir. It was great to visit you. I will say a big part of that is focus and attention and time. And I was struck, not to be critical of any of my predecessors in this context, but that it had been over 20 years since the Secretary of Defense had visited Guam. It was one of the first places we felt like we should go because our focus is in the Indo-Pacific, and the troops we have there, the capabilities we have there, the facilities we have there, the forward posture we want to maintain there, Guam being a central part of that. So seeing is understanding. We came back from that with an even better understanding of what that island and other parts of multiple island chains needed to consider deterring China. And then our group went right to work, responsive to many of the things we spoke about, but also to ensure that this budget funds those priorities. So indeed, the Pacific Deterrence Initiative is increased robustly through this budget, and then a lot of other ways in which Guam will be a part of the future fight.
I thank you, and I also ask for your continued support. Our main workforce there is the H-2B workers, which we'll be looking at to extend once again with your support. So thank you, Mr. Secretary. One thing that would be helpful for our contractors on Guam is regarding the design, bid, and build. So this makes a lot of delays and change orders and cost overruns due to our site locations and our logistical complexities. As the department, or I asked the department also to review some lessons learned from the design build versus design bid build models. Instead, that will really speed things up, and I'm hoping your budget will enable more flexibility for our contracting strategies to do just that.
One of the core pillars of how we're changing MILCON acquisitions is flexibility, with a recognition that each site, CONUS or OCONUS or more far-flung, has unique complexities, workforce complexities, logistical challenges, resourcing challenges that need to allow the local leadership there to adapt as quickly as possible. And the last thing the DoD usually does well, especially the bureaucracy, is adapt. So we're trying to give maximum flexibility and latitude, sir.
That will be extremely helpful. Thank you, Mr. Secretary. And then General Kane, with the transition to fully integrate Guam Defense System, GDS, how are we synchronizing the existing capabilities like THAAD and Aegis Ashore and the Golden Dome? Architect plans to ensure seamless integration with global missile warning and reconnaissance systems.
Well, sir, thanks for the question, and thanks also for your service in the Army previously. The importance of integrating our defense capabilities is critical, and as we look at systems like that and Aegis Ashore, the department is looking carefully at what has to be true to make sure that the other systems like GDA are able to bring forward a layered defense system from sensing layer all the way through the kinetic layer to ensure that we don't have any gaps. And so that's something I know the team that is running GDA, the team that's running THAAD and Aegis are doing, sir, down in the services.
Thank you. And I think a lot of research will be done for the island of Guam to make sure this is right to protect our nation and our island at such a forward proximity. And then this lessons learned from that will help our nation build on the Golden Dome. Would that be a correct statement?
Sir, I think, our goal is to share lessons from not only your home, but the other places that GDI and Golden Dome will be a part of. And so they do accelerate our learning, sir.
Gentleman's time's expired. Chair